direction as the ball. A beauty. Pretty close, that's through.
Keith Thomas to Roos, who's having an excellent quarter. Here's a chance. So he's running into the open goal. A chance for the Roys. A kick by Lynch. And Alistair Lynch has put it through.
Nowhere near making it. Ironmonger again. Oh, Brereton once more, but no mark paid. Snapped out by Curran for a goal. McGuinness back to half forward. Brereton a nudge out, but no whistle. Platten off the ground. Straight to tuck. 35 metres out. 20. He didn't bounce it. Goal.
And now it's Dermot Brereton. He's got it. Back to Buckenara. Buckenara hooks it back. This is close. What a great attempt. I think it's through for a goal.
That comes out here to Loken. Need to lift his game against Ayres. Kapler running away from Platten. This will be a good battle. Well, Platten well shepherded off by Lyon. Kapler's kick to the goal square. Beautiful. Lynch goal.
Couldn't rip into him there. Here it is, centre of the ground again, and here they come. This time it's Carafa. Carafa with a wobbly kick. Is it another one? Yes, it is.
A centering kick. Chance for Fitzroy. Dump to the front. Oh, hand pass to himself. Round onto the left boot by Knight. Another one. They've kicked 3 in 2 minutes.
Here's a chance for a high mark, but Abbott took it too easy. Ross Lyon, 30 metres out directly in front. Fires a goal, and Fitzroy hit the front. Oh, good pressure put on by Carafa. There's Dixon. Gets it to Curran, and Curran straightens up. Oh, good-looking kick. It's a goal. It's grabbed by Clayton. Clayton to half forward. Here's a chance. Mick Conlon into the open goal on the left foot. He's put it through, and now the Roys hit the front again.
Up towards Brereton. Right on the siren. He'll be allowed to kick for goal. Oh, he's gone for the short pass, and that is now half-time. He had to kick for goal.
Oh, he mustn't have heard the siren.
Well, there's not that big a crowd here, surely, Peter. That it would have drowned out the siren.
And the umpire's allowing this kick for goal.
Oh,
This was all after the siren, the whole lot.
This is
The
ridiculous.
pass and the kick for goal all after the siren. This must have
Tony
heard
Hall.
it.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Well, Hawthorn should buy plenty of Tats Lotto tickets if this goes through for a goal. Hall has kicked it after the siren. Goes past Curran. Dunstall, terrific hands. Platten with the pace. He's got a break on them. Open goal. Gets to the front of the pack. Can't take the mark. Under pressure from Di Domenico. Oh, beautiful. Spills to Pekin. And this one comes away to Handley. Oh, it swings back. A goal.
Di Domenico sets himself from behind, but fisted away. Now a chance for Kapler. 35 metres out directly in front. It's a high floater and it's a goal.
Hall is 40 metres in the clear on the half-forward flank. He can run in and kick for goal. Ironmonger closes the gap. Hall didn't go close enough, perhaps, or has he? Oh, it might be a goal. It is. Conlon, good distance. Lynch, 40 metres from goal. Nearly worth 52 for the push in the back.
Yes.
And he has been penalised.
With a strong lead up the centre, we've got Langford out of position.
Lynch has kicked his fourth goal and Fitzroy have hit the front. Now goes the banana kick, and it's further from goal than where he was. Oh, what a mark by Clayton. He didn't hear Platten coming. Buckenara, the hand pass to Dunstall, 15 metres out, a goal.
Lyon will probably go over the top. A hand pass. Pekin, another one tonight. Is this another goal to the Roys? It is. What brilliant play that was from all the way from the back line. Onto the right foot. Oh, there's loose men everywhere for Fitzroy. Here's a chance. Philip Knight will get into the open goal, and that's his third.
And so the stage was set for a thrilling final quarter. Hawthorn getting away well with the breeze in the first term, 37-15. The Lions coming back only 9 points down at half-time and 2 points down at the final change. We're going to the exciting final quarter now, and we pick up the play with 17.5 minutes of the action remaining. Hawthorn in front by 9 points.
And now Grant Laurie, good move that, because Laurie is a beautiful kick and moves round a lot. New brings it into play. Over the top is McGuinness, who's had 4 goals kicked on him by Lynch. Platt hasn't been a great player today, but I'll tell you what, he always gives 100%. Out wide is Whitman. Now that mark, was it out in the full or was it in play? It was in play, in fact, said the umpire. And this is Chris Whitman on half-forward flank. The Hawks have got into that second gear of theirs again as they bring it to full forward. Dunstall, centre of the pack, punched away. It comes loose. This is at half-back. Phillip not to Clayton. Oh, this is dangerous. Comes back to Knight. Robert Dixon. Good play by Dixon. Back it comes to Hall. Tony Hall, but it's a free kick in the meantime. It's got to come back, and it will be relayed down the ground. It was a free kick to Dixon, but umpire Clayton said it's down the ground and it will go to Hall, who will have to kick from about 42 or 3 metres out from goal into the breeze.
The free kick was against Gary Pert on that occasion.
Well, Hall is a lovely kick of a football. Tony Hall, normally a beautiful kick. As I said, slightly into the breeze. Oh, lovely looking drop punt. Just doesn't quite make the distance. And there are the big hands of Paul Abbott. 2 metres out from goal, almost directly in front. And as I've said all day, a very underrated player, Paul Abbott.
Well, they called for this move, didn't you, at three-quarter time, Peter? And it's certainly paid dividends for Hawthorn, putting Abbott into the ruck.
Well, here's the kick from right in front, Paul Abbott. And what's happened, he'll get another kick if he's missed, but I think he put it through anyway. Yes, it's a goal to Abbott.
That's a very handy goal to Hawthorn. And Abbott just troubling Johnny Ironmonger a little bit with his pace around the ground and his mobility, which is something that John Ironmonger hasn't got a lot of. Here's the kick from Hall. Lovely drop punt into the goal square, held up a little bit by the breeze. And an excellent mark by Paul Abbott over the top of John Ironmonger. Great use of his body.
We've just been robbed of one of our contests, Di Domenico and Kapler. Kapler went off the ground, looked as though he might have been limping a bit, and Armstrong's back on for Fitzroy. And umpire Ian Clayton will have to bounce this up again. They've slipped out to a 15-point lead, Hawthorn. Fitzroy will have to show what they did in the third quarter to get back and snatch this game yet. Oh, clever out of the middle. That was clever play. Mew couldn't quite take the mark. Chance for Tuck. Goes back to Ayres, who started on the wing and burned in the first quarter with more than 10 possessions. Back to Platten. Up towards half forward. McGuinness switches all over the ground. Centering kick. Dunstall well placed. Brereton as well. Dunstall, what a mark.
Yeah, great pair of hands, Jason Dunstall. And once he gets that front position, it makes it very difficult for the fullback to spoil him.
4 reasonable players in that contest. Dunstall and Brereton, Pert and Roos. Jason Dunstall from right in front, 25 metres out. I think he hooked it. And he's missed what should have been an absolute sitter. And his score for the day is 3 goals, 3.
Yes, well, I'd already marked down a goal there for Jason Dunstall.
So had I. He is a great kick, but what a great contest. Pert has not been disgraced. He's well on top early, but Dunstall has been tremendous since. Look at Abbott doing some good heavy work there. It comes out to Keane though in slow motion. Oh, that was bad play by Keane. Straight to Di Domenico. Over the back. It was a chance for Hawthorn, grabbed by Strooper. A hurry kick finds Phillip Knight. Further afield to Clayton, and the Roys bring it down. They badly want 1 or 2 quick goals. Over the back. It's a chance now as we see Laurie trying to get it out. Thomas further afield. Hanley, he's got it too, Darren Hanley. Tries to hook it back, but it's a free kick, I think. I think the ball will be relayed back, or will it be a free kick up the field? In fact, that it will come back to Hanley, I would think about. No, he's playing the free kick further afield, so the kick will be taken deep in that forward pocket by Mick Conlon. And knowing the way Mick from the boundary, he will either run out and hook it in on the left foot or go for, yes, he's doing exactly that. Onto the left foot, he's normally a great kick and hit the post. A great attempt by Conlon. Bad luck to the Roys.
Yeah, not Mick's best day. He's had 9 kicks and 1 hand pass. Kicked 1 goal, 2 for the afternoon.
Fitzroy still goalless in this quarter, and they've used up a fair bit of wind-assisted time. They've kicked 3 behinds. Hawthorn 2 goals, 4. Paul keeps the ball in. Buckenara behind the wing. Centering kick. Carafa spoils Platten. McGuinness. Wide now, and Buckenara in a bit of space. Dippia Domenico, I think you might enjoy Kapler being off the ground. Kapler worried him with his pace. Dippia Domenico to Loveridge. Oh, he set him up. Back to Dippia Domenico. Hawthorn lifting in this last term. Spears the pass to full forward, but Ruse is in front.
Free kick.
Held out was Dunstall.
Great umpiring that by Peter Carey.
Free kick against Gary Pert for shepherding. And really he had no need to do it either, because Paul Ruse was in perfect position to take that mark.
Courageous umpiring, Drew.
So Dunstall now for his 4th goal. This time he's steered it through from a much more difficult angle, and he's kicked a goal in every quarter.
There's 4 goals, 3 to Jason Dunstall. Been a good player at full forward, especially playing on a great player like Gary Pert. Here's the free kick again. Oh, there wasn't a lot in it looking at that replay. Not a lot in it at all.
When I first looked at it, I thought he actually grabbed his jumper, but the replay, it sort of didn't look much at all, I must admit.
Hardly touched him, Peter.
When I saw it earlier, I thought that's a definite free kick, but gee, the replay, it didn't look too bad at all. As we see Hawthorn with a terrific break now. There's Platten. This is when the Hawks come good. And as soon as the Ruse, what's happened there? 50 metres against Dermot Brereton, and umpire Ian Clayton stepping it out. It'll bring Ruse right down towards the 50-metre line. And that's about a 65-metre kick, so I doubt it. Laurie's making the lead, but he elects to go for the short one, and he finds Anthony Carafa, who'll have to kick from about 55 metres. And Dermot Brereton is standing on the mark, not happy with Ian Clayton, and still talking. Carafa from 55 metres, a nice-looking drop punt. Lands right up in the goal square, a chance for the high flyers. Too many Hawks there, and they force it through from behind.
Well, Fitzroy haven't quite been able to produce the brand of football in the last quarter with the breeze that they did in the 3rd quarter into it. 20-point lead to the Hawks. Langford kicks in. Good distance into the breeze. Oh, clever tap on by McGuinness. And he missed it off the ground. Oh, it luckily comes Hawthorn's way. The hand pass through to Platten. Into Whitman. Keeps it low to Buckenara. He'll make you pay. Buckenara from 40. He missed it.
And he could have got that one over the top to Peter Curran, who threw his arms up. Wasn't too happy about that at all.
11.5 minutes to go in this game, so Fitzroy will have to move, and move quickly. Well, here's a big chance. Ruse to Philip Knight. They badly need a couple of quick goals. Down towards half forward. That Hawthorn defence holding firm in this quarter. They've been excellent. And it's made a difference putting Gary Ayres down there to help Langford out. Tony Hall, oh, he'd be close to best man on the ground again. Towards centre wing it goes. Carafa has done an excellent job on Platten, but Platten battled his heart out. Over to Buckenara, and the Hawks go forward. And Brereton marks on half-forward flank.
Looking for Dunstall. He's got the sit. Swamp. Dippia Domenico tried to charge through and was caught. The ball spills to Fitzroy. Pert, he's kicked long distances this last quarter. What a kick that was. And straight onto the chest of Lynch. Dippia Domenico down hurt. Off to Keane. Laurie from behind. He's got it.
Yeah, good mark to Grant Laurie, but Robert Dippia Domenico looks to be in a lot of trouble behind the play.
He showed a lot of courage, Bernie.
He's fought back well, Dippia Domenico, after being reasonably quiet early by his standards.
He looks all right. Gets up and hobbles back to his spot. Grant Laurie, a most important kick this for Fitzroy. He's got it.
The Q car is here. The Q car is new. So get the Q back, don't worry for you. Eunice and Paul's our Q car superstar. Eunice and Paul's our Q car superstar.
Guess who didn't check the footy fixtures in the Melbourne Big? the buying guide with useful information pages.
The imported European radial tyre on the right is rated to 180 kilometres per hour. So is the Olympic tyre on the left. The imported tyre is suitable for some BMW, Alfa and Mercedes. So is the Olympic tyre. The imported tyre has been designed for maximum wet weather performance. So has the Olympic tyre. The imported tyre costs about $95. The Olympic tyre costs about $80. Olympic tyres. Our prices are never inflated.
Only Malaysia offers you a whole new exotic world where giant tops spin and colourful kites soar. So come for the sun-drenched magic.
Only Malaysia.
The fun's all here.
Sunday on Alf. Kate and Willie are going to see a musical.
What's this stinker called?
Cat.
And football takes a sudden interest in the theatre.
Take me, please. Afterwards, we'll go backstage and eat the actors.
The new series of Alf.
He's odd, even for an alien.
Wrong! My brain hurts. Oh, hit it, Brian.
No!
Plus Jason Bateman and Valerie's Family. Sunday on 7.
And certainly there's time if they're good enough, Fitzroy. They just haven't been able to produce that form of the third quarter. A magnificent quarter of football it was. Hawthorn, every time you think they're in trouble, they're able to get into that next gear. And they've got a lot of character, the Hawthorn players. They really lift themselves. How many games have they won in tight finishes when they've looked out of it in the past? 5 grand finals in a row, the Hawks. Can they make it a 6th in 1988? As we see Abbott, who's done well in the ruck in this quarter. There's Lyon to Loken. Loken a high one. Another goal here would make the game really interesting, and there it is. Grant Laurie has taken another mark. So this has been a good move by Park, and Laurie is only 30 metres out directly in front. And if he kicks this, the difference will only be 9 points, and there's plenty of time for the Roys.
Well, he stole that mark, Peter. He looked to be completely out of position.
Well, here he is. He's a beautiful kick. Normally, Laurie stabs at this one. The goal umpire goes across. And, oh, what a bad miss. Oh, that would have put pressure on the Hawks. And now the difference is 14 points.
Mew kicks in for the Hawks. Oh, Lyon. What a star this boy has been. Career almost ruined by injury, but it's great to see him back. Loken up towards full forward. Knight on his own in the goal square, but he couldn't quite get there. Kicks the ball in, but only for Tuck, who kicks it away from him. Here's Laurie again. Well played by Tuck, who kept on going. Then might have got into his opponent's back. Crowd thought so. Umpire says holding the ball against Fitzroy, and the free kick goes to Robert Di-Domenico.
Well, the Fitzroy fans absolutely disgusted with Ian Clayton there, but the player actually didn't try and get it out, so technically he was right, but whether there was a free kick before that, Keane took it over the line there, and the umpire's still getting hooted by the one-eyed Fitzroy supporters. And not a huge crowd here, but very, very vocal. It's on centre wing. It's still anyone's game, this. A goal of Fitzroy, and it'll really be on for Young and I. McGuinness. Oh, beautiful tap out to Loveridge. Up to Buckenara. Buckenara tries to knock it on. Great play by Ayres. Ayres back to Buckenara. Beautiful teamwork. Dunstall. Hurt. Over the back. Ross Thornton. Good backing up by the little back pocket player. He brings it wide, looking for Philip Knight. Will it bounce for him? It does. He's got it. Centre wing. He's caught. Handball's over the line, or is it still in play? No, it was over the line, so it'll be a throw-in halfway between centre wing and half-forward for the Hawks.
Well, Philip Knight, who wasn't even in the selected 21, he came in when a couple of players were forced out, Leon Harris and John Blakey, and he's kicked 3 goals. There's Clayton. Is he holding it? Yes. Di Domenico, another free kick.
He's lifted in this last quarter, Di Domenico.
Oh, Hawks on their own. Ayres, 30 metres in the clear. He's got time to fumble and recover. Up towards the goal square. Pert in front. Oh, what a mark that was by Roos. Pretty hard to penetrate a defence with Pert and Roos both back there. Even Dunstall couldn't get the ball that time. Pert. Strooper, who started at full forward, now back in defence. Over the top to Keane. They've got time. 6.5 minutes remaining. Keane to half forward. Comes to ground. Jenke gets away for Hawthorn. Back to half forward. A break for the Hawks here. Dixon. Thornton front on charge. Robert Dixon up to Brereton. Here comes Roos. Comes to Carafa. There's a push in the back. Free kick to Brereton.
I don't think you could argue with that, Bernie.
No, that was a good decision by the umpire. The unfortunate part about it, I think the pass was too high anyway.
Now Dermot Brereton, who's kicked 2 goals, 1 for the day, started like a rocket. Something like 8 kicks in the first quarter. Roos has quietened him since he went back there. Oh, that's a great kick. Right on the goal line. Thump out of defence by Ironmonger. Armstrong's there, but he overruns it. Di Domenico burning in this last term. Somehow gets the ball out. Goes to Whitman. Look at the desperation and pressure. Di Domenico again. Well, he went for the president's room with the hand pass. 19 kicks, 9 hand passes to Di Domenico, and he gets a standing ovation from the Hawks fans.
And Kapler, and he had a magnificent duel for the 3 and a bit quarters. Unfortunately for Fitzroy, Kapler is off the ground. They're missing his running ability. There's Curran doing the ruck work. Grabbed there by Handley. Played a fair game too. Oh, there's a high flyer was Abbott. Beautifully tapped wide. That's a chance for Jenke. He's got it too. Platten wide. Tony Hall again on the left foot. Oh, a bit of holding going on. Roos goes back. It's a mark. It's a mark to Paul Roos, and we're very blessed today. I think we've seen some of the best defenders in Australia playing here today. Pert, Langford, Ayres, Roos. There's Gary Pert. Official attendance today, 13,299 as the kick comes towards half forward. And this is Alistair Lynch. He's already kicked 4. He centres the ball. There's no one there. Oh, they all left it. Conlon was grabbed. Play on, said the umpire. Mickey Conlon, can he trap it? He runs to the pocket. Conlon trying desperately to keep it in. He's still got it. Taps it out. It's still in play, in fact. There's Pekin with a quick handball. Back it comes, and it's a goal to Laurie.
Well, a bad mix-up there by the Hawthorn defenders. The kick came into the forward line from Lynch. 2 Hawthorn defenders let it go. And Mick Conlon battled very hard to keep that ball in play. Here it is again, out on the boundary line. Hawthorn may have done more to get that ball over the boundary line. Through the legs, Philip Knight knocks it on. Quick handball by Tim Pekin, and Grant Laurie finishes it off.
4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the game. Just 8 points the difference. Ball in the middle, held in, and the umpire will ball it up again. Well, if this gets down to a 1 kick the difference game with Hawthorn winning it, Fitzroy will have grounds for complaint because Tony Hall kicked the goal well after the siren, just right on half-time. Here's Platten taking a high tackle, and will get the free kick if he can take it. Hasn't got up yet, John Platten. He normally bounces up like a rubber ball. So there was controversy right on half-time when Brereton took a mark. The split second the siren went, and instead of going for goal, he went for a pass. We all laughed that Brereton had played on after the siren, but the umpire allowed him to get away with it. Hall took the mark and kicked the goal, much to the booing of the Fitzroy fans. Jenke up towards full forward. Comes to ground level, and the hand pass out from line. Great play. Fitzroy breaking again through Thornton. Up over the wing, ill-directed kick, McGuinness.
McGuinness onto the left foot. Buckenara's there. Brereton's there also. A bit of a push out against Dermot Brereton. And umpire Ian Clayton had a terrific view of that one. Had a lot of pushing and shoving between Brereton and Roos. And back it comes from Kurt the Ruse. Next goal is vitally important. The difference now is 8 points. Can Fitzroy get the next one? There's Ironmonger not making any attempt to hit that out. And also there is McGuinness. Both players actually grabbed that. It's on centre wing. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go. Is there time? Fitzroy must get the next goal if they're to win this game. Tremendous skills. Ross Lyon. Caught. Holding the ball. A tremendous tackle by Domenico. And he should have kicked it. But what great play by Domenico.
Great tackle.
He has swung the game in this last quarter. Fantastic last quarter by Domenico. Across the ground to Ayres. Now up the ground, wide to Dixon, who's got a 20-metre break. Some of these Fitzroy players looking a bit tired. Dixon into Janke. I think the Hawks might be able to hang on. Oh, but it's knocked out there by Pekin, and the ball out of play. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, and Hawthorn lead by 8 points.
I think they had their chance a moment ago when Lyon should have kicked it. He didn't see Domenico coming. They had to get a goal there and then. Here they come, though. Towards centre wing. Could have been a free kick. It was in the back. It'll be a Fitzroy free kick. And Scott Clayton will take it. They have to get a goal in the next minute of play. If they do, they will only be 2 points down. And boy, if they get beaten by 2 points, there'll be some controversy. There's Abbott. Kicked a great goal in this quarter. Now he gets back to take the mark. A very underrated player, Abbott, as he goes wide and finds Buckenara.
Hawthorn slowing things down. That's good play by the experienced Gary Buckenara.
The umpire telling him to move it too.
Minute and a half to go. Buckenara to half forward, looking for Brereton. Ruse again. Sensational duel that. Also the duel between Dunstall and Kurt. A minute, 15 seconds left. Keane just behind, well, back towards halfback.
And the time clock ticking away. Keane, they have to get a goal right now. Over the back is Collins. Let's see what the Roys can do. Clayton under enormous pressure. Oh, there's a free kick. Play on, said the umpire. The advantage played. Buckenara braces himself. Was that a free kick from the back? It was, said the umpire. And Buckenara will take it right out in that centre wing. 49 seconds to go. Time's run out for Fitzroy. Buckenara short, looking for Hall, who's been an excellent player, and he is a great mark to Hall. Look at the time. Hall has had 21 kicks and 8 handballs. Another outstanding display. Janke ducks back, and this could be the sealer because Ray Janke is marked about 40 metres out from goal on a very slight angle.
Yeah. He doesn't even need to kick the goal, really. Fitzroy need 2 goals to win. Under 20 seconds left. Keeping's off now by the Hawks. Buckenara goes for the goal and seals it.
Too easy in the end. Buckenara into open space. Wasn't picked up by a Fitzroy player. And Buckenara kicks his second goal. 2 goals, 3 behinds for the afternoon.
So a magnificent effort by Fitzroy comes to nothing. Hawthorn will get the points. Buckenara's goal pretty easy towards the end. 2 seconds left on the clock, so no time to even get it out of the centre circle. And there it is, a 14-point victory to the Hawks.
Get him off. Well, the Hawk mascot is obviously pretty happy. Hawthorn in the end, after controversy at half-time, as Drew mentioned in the call, running out winners by 14 points. For Hawthorn, the major goal kickers, Dunstall got 4, Hall, Buckenara, Brereton and Curran each got 2. And for Fitzroy, Lynch got 4 and Knight got 3. One reported player from the game, Chris Langford of Hawthorn, reported by field umpire Carey for allegedly striking Darren Loughton of Fitzroy in the second quarter, and he'll front the tribunal on Tuesday night. More action coming up shortly from the big game out at Victoria Park between Collingwood and the West Coast Eagles. But in just a few moments, it's up to Scott Palmer for Punchlines. Scott, the sporting editor from the Sunday Press, joins us shortly.
You'd think that a society capable of putting a man on the moon could do something about blasted unexpected bills.
It's no problem, really. Not with the state banking system.
Ah, Jude. I've got a state banking system, as it happens. But that's not going to pay the bills if there's no money.
Oh, mine's got overdraft.
They have pencils with digital watches in them. Eggs don't stick to frying pans anymore. Overdraft?
The state banking system with overdraft to help you through life's little financial storms.
You saw it first on the grid at Adelaide. Now the exciting Nissan Pulsar Vector Triple S is at your Nissan dealers, ready for you to drive.
Nissan Pulsar Vector Triple S.
Performance that will make you glad you're behind the wheel. Style that tells you this one's special.
Nissan Pulsar Vector Triple S.
Not your normal kind of sedan. Nissan know-how, building the right cars for Australia.
Fancy a night or two away from it all. Put it on Diners.
It's the annual review of NEC Computers, and it seems they're still the world's biggest manufacturer of integrated circuits. They're still one of the world's top 10 computer companies. And here to report on the Australian market is Mr. Okamura. Mr. Okamura.
Telephone for a Mr. Okamura?
NEC, Japan's most experienced computer company, now very much at home in Australia.
Now for about the cost of 4 days, you can rent any budget car up to a Commodore for 7 days. That's only $2.99 for the week, because this month we've stretched the long weekend rate to last the whole week long.
9:30 Tuesday, our own multimedia megastar from Moonee Ponds, Dame Edna Average, expose us all.
I'm going to have fun tonight.
With John Farnham, Dawn Fraser and the lovable man.
Hello, Jimmy.
James Rain, Barry Humphries, Jenny Key.
I hope I enjoy your book.
Colleen McCulloch, Linda Stoner, Angry Anderson, Mark Day, Prue Acton, Molly Meldrum and the outrageous Sir Les Patterson.
Sock it to me!
An Aussie audience with Dame Edna, 9:30 Tuesday on 7.
And welcome back to Saturday Night Replay. Coming up shortly, the big clash out at Victoria Park between Collingwood and the West Coast Eagles. Both sides unbeaten going into today's big match. We'll be going out there shortly. But right now, we're going up to the offices of the Sunday Press as we say a very good evening to sporting editor Scott Palmer, and plenty happening again, Scotty.
Yes, plenty happening again, Pete, and it's all out of Victoria Park, of course. John Todd may have lost today, but he's back at his stirring best. He claims Collingwood, quote, lacked the killer instinct. He reckons the Magpies should have won by 15 goals today because the Eagles didn't have one winner on the day. But he said, wait until the return game in Perth, we'll get even. Lee Matthews, of course, is playing it a bit cagey, half agreeing with Todd. He said, we should have won by 20 goals, but we're showing more maturity every game. All I want is the boys to keep their feet on the ground.
Scotty, we saw Tony Shaw leave the ground there. I'm not quite sure what it was. Malcolm Blight suggested it may have been a dislocated elbow. It could have been a broken wrist. Is there any news on him?
Yes, it is a dislocated elbow, and he'll be out for 6 weeks, which is bad for the Magpies. Of course, David Robertson also pulled a hamstring today, and he'll be out for 2. James Manson took a needle in the shoulder at half-time, but was able to continue and play a great game. But the shoulder is some worry to the Collingwood team.
Scotty, during the week, plenty's been happening up in Sydney in the main. Now, we've also had talks of a possible merger. Did Bob Ansett have anything to say out at VFL Park today?
He was really hot under the collar out there, and he hit out at what he called dangerous rumours concerning his club. He said any suggestion that North was talking about merging was totally wrong and mischievous. He said, we are a successful company. We made profits last year. We are totally secure. North today won with only 8 players who played in that first round. And Kennedy said, we had more depth this year, so we decided to show it.
What about Malthouse?
Well, Malthouse said North won on emotion today. He said it's been many years since John Kennedy has produced a side that's lost 4 in a row, and the North players wouldn't let him do it today.
Scott, we saw a very controversial incident in our previous game at half-time when Brereton played on. And now, what are Fitzroy going to do about that?
Well, there's not going to be any protest. David Parkin said he didn't hear the siren either, but it's just one of those things in football. What they're going to ask is for the Princes Park authorities to make sure it sounds louder over on that outer flank.
And any more reports apart from Chris Langford?
Well, no, Chris was the only one booked for striking Darren Loudett with an elbow, Pete.
OK, Scotty, thanks for that. And, of course, full details on the Sunday Press coming out tomorrow.
Thanks,
OK,
mate.
it's round 4. Big weekend of football, 4 consecutive days. And right now, let's refresh our memories on what happened in round 4 in seasons past.
Footy flashbacks are proudly brought to you by NEC Computers, Communications and Home Entertainment.
Round 4 in recent years has treated us to some fine aerial work. Back in 1967, it was Collingwood's Wayne Richardson. In 1968, St Kilda's Big Carl Ditterich. Fitzroy's Russell Crowe was the big flyer in 1972. And in 1979, the Saints' Trevor Barker. In front of 77,200, a then record crowd for a home and away game, Essendon inflicted Carlton's first defeat for 1975. In 1979, St Kilda trekked out to Victoria Park and were humiliated to the tune of 178 points. Rene Kink and a newcomer to the VFL were devastated.
Out the Dacos. There's the young 17-year-old kid playing his first game and doing a great job for the Magpies.
Fabulous Phil Carman was in the wars again this round in 1980. He was reported for headbutting a boundary umpire and for striking St Kilda's Gary Sidebottom. He was found guilty on both counts and suspended for a total of 20 weeks, the harshest penalty since the war. The term champagne football was used to describe Carlton's third quarter against Hawthorn in 1982. Leading by only 4 points at half-time, Carlton's little men ran riot in the third quarter, kicking an incredible 8 goals in only 11 minutes.
It's raining goals here at Princes Park. Footy flashbacks were proudly brought to you by NEC Computers, Communications and Home Entertainment.
And more of round 4 in season 1988 when we go out to Victoria Park after this break.
Hello?
Hi, Jen.
Sally. Got that. Oh, just a minute.
This may come as a shock, but your insurance may not pay for your new kitchen.
Oh, my goodness, a check!
But some policies only entitle you to the second-hand value of your old kitchen. But an SIO household policy offers you new for old. Instead of the second-hand value, it gives you a brand new kitchen or a new home. Call the SIO for details.
Nissan Skyline Silhouette, Australia's car of the year in its most dynamic form. The very latest street edition is waiting for you. That's Nissan know-how.
Some people are just too lazy to buckle up in the back seat. Strange, really, because backseat passengers have broken their backs and ended up bedridden for life, been flung forward and caused vicious injuries to front seat passengers, been violently thrown out and suffered horrific facial scarring. Buckle up in the back.
It's hard at first. You're away from home and everything's new. But boy, it's never ever boring.
Here's Munro's latest shock tactic. Have your worn shock absorbers replaced with Munro GT gas shockers, and we'll give you a voucher for up to $30, redeemable on any other servicing your car may need. But hurry.
Our birthday wish for 40-year-old Michael Riley.
I wish I was 17 again.
I'm a kid. This is great.
He's young again.
This is insane.
Lindsay Wagner and Robert Urich in the Disney Sunday movie Young Again, 6:30 on 7. Here are tonight's Tats 2 results, just drawn under government supervision.
At Victoria Park today, 2 of the VFL's unbeaten combinations set out to keep their records intact. Not since 1971, when the Woods won 5 on the trot to open the season, have they shown as much promise at the start of a year, while the Eagles, under new coach John Todd, have already stamped themselves as definite finals contenders. Today was their first visit to the Magpie Nest, and out from last week was Carl Langdon and Andrew Lockyer, while coming into the side was Big Laurie Keane and Swan District's rookie Brent Hutton. For the Magpies, it was McGuan and Turner for Tuddenham and Atkins. We begin our coverage tonight with 13 minutes remaining. In the first quarter, the West Coast is leading by 1 point, and with me in the commentary box is Dennis Committee and Don Scott.
One down by Keane. Gaither goes in. Rance knocks it on. Gastiff, right on the boundary line. Gastiff. He slips as he kicks down towards Glendinning. He's taken it cleanly. There's a chance for O'Connell. He's still got an opportunity. O'Connell runs into an open goal and pops it through.
Michael O'Connell's second goal. I thought he'd run too far then, but the umpire let the advantage play and he ran into an open goal, put it through with a check side kick. And isn't it interesting, there is no response at all from the crowd as he puts this through. Had it been a Collingwood goal, the place would have lifted.
Well, he ran 12 paces, Don, and unless he takes pretty short steps, and I don't think he does, you're right.
5 goals in the season's opener against Geelong, Michael O'Connell. And 2 to start today. By Cameron, bounces it down. Manson wins it forward. In turn, Malone towards half forward. This is Kerrison. Tagging at the ground, ill-directed kick. It's taken by Zanotti, who runs it out, gets it across towards support. This is Hart. Hart with Banks taking one high off the ball.
Did he what?
Kick comes down towards half forward. Great mark is taken by Christian, going back with the flight of it.
One of Collingwood's best so far. So over to Brown, back towards Malane. Right on 50, out of bounds it will be. Left half forward flank for the Eagles. Ennis Banks still in the hands of the trainers, taking a look at him, but he seems okay. So that's good news for Collingwood. They trail at the moment, 13-6. The Eagles have the advantage of this breeze, whatever that may be. Down to Tony Shaw. Bit of indecision down there. Finally, McGuan, who's defending well at the moment, gets it up towards centre wing. Pashenko knocks it down. Hand pass is taken by Robertson from Hawke. Good fist away. Let's see if Barwick can take advantage of it. 2 number 17s. He tangles, of course, with McKenna. It beats Banks over the line. The throw-in to take place in front of the Social Club stand, 50 metres from goal.
That was superb football by Starcevic, who assessed the situation. Barwick was running unchecked. He tried to thump it right at the pack to accommodate Barwick.
Starcevic knocks it down again. Good tackle on Turner. Loose ball goes to Banks. Then I hear a whistle. Umpire has ruled a push. And Dean Turner will take the free kick for the West Coast Eagles. From Miles, and he's found him. He got rid of that pretty quickly. I don't blame him. Taylor, late on the scene, put the body over it, looks for the free kick. Umpire says, holding the ball.
He was over the ball. He could have got it out, but he elected to stay on it, hoping that the umpire would play the advantage Collingwood's way.
Well, Brian Taylor kicked, I think it was 6 goals last week after 1 against Fitzroy, so maybe he's coming back into some form. Manson. At the moment is preferred to Fellows. And also David Clegg in the ruck for Collingwood. And 3 of them out there, they could have rattled it. Turner takes the hand pass. Big pack of players down there. Manson again, great grab.
A lot of courage then shown by James Manson. He was in front, kept his eye on the ball and back into the pack. A hard mark when the pack's bearing down on him.
He started superbly. McGuan, and this last week, he's been in grand form through the pre-season in the opening couple of games. A little bit tardy to start today. It's just missing that game last week. Kicks it towards grandstand wing. Up in front. Brennan couldn't hang on. It was a Worsfold. Worsfold was there. Rance towards half forward. King knocks it on intelligently. Battle down there. Glendinning and Morwood. Opportunity again for O'Connell. Dragged off the ball. Gaither deflects it across towards Morwood. And turned back to Gaither. Weight of numbers tell the story for the Magpies. This is Christian having a good game. Christian right half back with a shepherd from Manson, the big fellow putting his body about. Ball comes to centre wing, knocked away from McKenna by right. Now an opportunity for Dacos. Beautiful hand pass inside. This is Robertson. Robertson goes looking for Taylor and finds him.
Well, that wasn't the best of kicks from David Robertson, the former North Adelaide player.
The result was okay, Doug.
The result because Taylor was in front, and that's the advantage. We see here Robertson bursting away from pack, but it wasn't a good kick off the boot. And Taylor in front. The advantage of putting a big body in front, the ball will drop.
Especially working up that way, Don. West Coast Eagles getting in front across half back, and they're taking a lot of marks down there. But the Collingwood players playing from behind. There's Brian Taylor, kicked 60 goals last season. That looks pretty good. He's put it through.
Well, the goal-kicking practice that Taylor had on Thursday night may have paid dividends. As I said, he was shooting for goal about an hour and a half before training started. And that's a curious pass, isn't it?
You see here on Mark, the chest body, and when you stick your big behind out, there is just no way known that a fellow backman can punch it away. Taylor, whose career average is 3.8 goals a game, started back in 1980 with Richmond.
Ryan Taylor's first goal reduces the deficit to 1 point here at Victoria Park in our match of the day between the Magpies and the Eagles. The first flying so far. Worsfold's knock on, intercepted by Christian, but he fumbles. He hasn't done much of that today. Rinstead takes the hand pass. With the wind, goes long. It's close, and the goal umpire indicates, though it's only one behind, to make the difference now 2 points in favour of the visitors. He's got to evaluate what that wind is going to be worth. I reckon it's worth a goal or two. Morwood. Wayne Waring in front. Backing him up is Rinstead. We look for a hand pass. No. With the foot. Tries to find O'Connell, who's kicked both their goals so far. It's out of bounds. Throw in 50 metres out. West Coast Eagles with the breeze.
Collingwood tagging the West Coast Rovers. Shane Kerrison going everywhere with David Hart, and Tony Shaw with John Gastev.
Keane and Christian. And it comes to Krasiska. Moves it into the open spaces. Turner and Hawke. Out of bounds. And the former Swan. Hawke playing for the Magpies against the Eagles.
Murray Rance going off for the West Coast.
It's his debut game, I think, isn't it, Dennis? Yep. An untidy passage of play out there. Umpire Peter Cameron sorts it out by giving Hawke the free kick. At the back was Banks. His opposite number 2 was Turner. The Eagles defending pretty well at the moment. No easy kicks up on the forward line for Collingwood. Mark again to McGuan, who's had plenty of possession so far in the first quarter. Nick McGuan from left centre wing. In front is Bigashenko, had his name written on that one. Should have taken Miles at the back. Good tackling by both sides. Zanotti has it socket away from him by Brown. It bounces just inside the line for a throw.
Laurie Coon's been moved to centre-half forward, and Hutton, who has just come onto the ground, has gone to the forward pocket, being picked up by Michael Gafer.
Replacing that man, the one we just saw, Murray Rance, is on the bench. Boundary throw and out his side. Bashenko, only as far as Shaw. He boots it back inside 50. Banks was up, couldn't take the mark. This is Miles over the ball, met solidly. Starcevich put him down. This is Mullane. Mullane swings it high. Only covers about 20 metres. Starcevich was up again. It's fisted away by the defence. This is Robertson. Just avoided a straight arm from Bashenko. It goes back towards full forward. That's a telling kick from there. Wright works his way to the front. A chance behind for Taylor. No one's gone to the ball carrier. Taylor snaps a goal. They all run away.
And so at quarter time, Collingwood against the breeze, a very handy lead of 3 points. You're watching Saturday Night Replay, and when we return after the break, the exciting second quarter from our match of the day.
For some car makers, to win Australia's Car of the Year award would be an end in itself. When Nissan Skyline won, it was just the beginning. Now Nissan backs Skyline with a 2-year warranty. And in the Nissan 600,000k Enduro, Skyline went all the way to prove that it really is the winning Aussie 6.
Very nice.
Very. Nissan, building the right cars for Australia.
If you need electric, do what I do. Use the Melbourne Big. It's much faster.
The Melbourne Big, the buying guide Melbournians are turning to.
Now for about the cost of 4 days, you can rent any budget car up to a Commodore for 7 days. That's only $2.99 for the week, because this month we've stretched the long weekend rate to last the whole week long.
Our city, with its special landmarks, its certain style, the Melbourne we love. It's lively, it's vibrant, and it's growing fast. We've got a new dynamism, and at the heart of this dynamic growth is Melbourne Central, a commercial and retail complex so ambitious, so dynamic, it will change the Melbourne experience forever, bringing with it exciting new standards of enjoyment and convenience. Melbourne Central, destined to become the new heart of town, the life of the city.
The heart of town is beating in our city. If you listen, you'll hear the beat grow strong. The heart of town is growing fast in Melbourne. Melbourne Central will be the heart of town. Life of the city, Melbourne Central. Life of the city is coming our way. Life of the city, Melbourne Central. Melbourne Central. Life of the city, Melbourne Central. Life of the city.
Buying something special for someone special. Put it on Diners.
Whether you smoke for smell or taste. It's pretty stupid. If you want to quit, then phone 878 4011 now.
And let us tell you more about smoke enders.
26,276 fans were at Victoria Park today, and I dare say in excess of 26,000 of those were supporting the Magpies. They led by 3 points at the first change, a top game of football, and we're going back to the match now. We pick up play with some 19 minutes to go in the second term. Collingwood is leading by 5 points.
27 is Starcevic, 26 is Chenko.
Ladley off the West Coast, and Murray Rance coming on.
An effective tap out. McKenna has to do the work. Gets it over to Main Waring, and it's Scott who gets the Eagles kick.
Glendenning out the centre half forward, and Laurie Keane has gone to full forward for West Coast, and Murray Rance on the half forward flank.
Nice Glendenning up against a former teammate, Michael Christian. Another former Eastport player, Alex Yashenko, and another, Craig Starcevic. East Perth well represented out there. Yashenko is getting a free kick. Interfered with by Starcevic. Yashenko from half-back. Kicks around the outer side. In front, Christian. This is Manson like a rover. Wonderful half from Manson. Sends it towards half forward. The leaper from behind was right. Great use of the body by Banks. Still he goes to Dennis Banks. Brilliantly done. Banks runs inside 50. Over the top to Dacos. He needs some magic. He's deep in the pocket. Lays it off. Back to right. Taylor's on. He'll pull it back to Taylor. Taylor should mark this. A metre out he has.
What angle is he going to be on? That's the question.
A cute one.
What great play by those Collingwood forwards. Dennis Banks used his body well, then used his speed, broke away. And also great composure and great thinking by the young Tasmanian down in the forward pocket right.
Taylor plays on, and that's a shocking effort from there.
He's missed 3 this quarter.
He wants to wrestle with Scott. He slipped as he started his run then, Taylor, but he didn't think that one out very well at all. Just a slight improvement of the angle. May have been the way to go.
2-3, and he is proving a headache up the forward line for the West Coast Eagles.
Good to see him back in form. Gastav and Laidley look on. Gastav on the right.
Lost the ball, have we?
3-4-2-4, our scoreline. And the new ball is coming out. Breeze favouring this eastern end of the ground. The end the Eagles are defending. Here's Jeff Miles, from a Collingwood player. And armed with the new ball. Kick it back in. Goes towards the outer side. High kick. Hutton behind. Clever mark almost taken in front out there. In fact, it's paid to Scott. Juggled it.
Generous.
So Scott from half back. Wasting no time. Sends play towards the outer side wing. Over the top O'Connell. Dropped the mark. Francisca left before he had it. Deft deflection out towards Hawke. Well tackled by O'Connell. In goes Manson. They've got to admire his game. They tie it up on the outer side. There's no support for Manson, and one wonders whether he can go the distance this afternoon.
Yes, a handy man on the bench would have been David Cloak, wouldn't he?
Played last night, of course, in the reserves.
Yashenko wins that one easily, but he's hit it straight to Tony Shaw. If he can get there, he can, but he's close to the boundary line and comes up with a free kick, and there's that same pigeon that was here in the match against Fitzroy in the same spot.
How do you know?
It's the same cup. This is Renstead. Free kick going Collingwood's way, though. I didn't see what that was for. Don, did you catch a look?
No, I didn't either, Peter.
Banks. It's a half forward. Now, is that a free kick? One would think that it should be.
That was unfortunate. Scott tripped at the crucial moment and he just fell over Brian Taylor, and you really couldn't blame Scott, but going off David Robertson, looks like he's got a limp.
That's bad news.
And a real speedster. We'll see there's in the back. Scott tripped and in so doing pushed Taylor in the back. But still I'd make a change.
Well, there is a change anyway, because Ryan's going to come on to replace Robertson, who is limping noticeably as he goes off, but back with Taylor. Has he kicked a point, or was it his first goal for this quarter? It's a goal.
The new 1.8 Nissan Exa. Is it a Targa? Is it a coupe? Or is it a cabrio? Absolutely. The new 1.8 Nissan Exa. It's out of the ordinary and out of sight. Nissan know-how. Building the right cars for Australia.
The imported European radial tyre on the right is rated to 180 kilometres per hour. So is the Olympic tyre on the left. The imported tyre is suitable for some BMW, Alfa and Mercedes. So is the Olympic tyre. The imported tyre has been designed for maximum wet weather performance. So has the Olympic tyre. The imported tyre costs about $95. The Olympic tyre costs about $80. Olympic tyres. Our prices are never inflated.
That's wonderful.
Now from Breville comes Fingertips, an amazing new do-it-yourself massager that combines the benefits of modern physiotherapy and advanced technology with the ancient art of hand massage to relieve tension or ease muscular aches and strains. Breville Fingertips Massager, just like having a trained masseur in the family. From Breville, the better ideas people.
Is it a truck? Is it a plane? No, it's Super Freighter! Faster than a speeding bullet, fully containerized for maximum security. Takes your freight to Sydney and Adelaide door-to-door overnight without fail, and Brisbane the day after. It's Super Freighter for speed, savings, and the containerized way.
V-Line Super Freighter. Fast freight for a fraction of the cost.
Whether you smoke for smell or taste. It's pretty stupid. You want to quit? Then phone 878-4011 now. Since 1981, thousands of Australians have successfully stopped smoking thanks to the Smoke Enders program. It really is that easy. So go on, take the first step and attend one of the free Smoke Enders introductory meetings. Call right now on 878-4011. They're waiting for your call.
Every minute of every day, a Continental jet takes off to one of more than 147 airports worldwide. That's more than 1,600 flights each day, every day. So next time you want to go somewhere, you can be sure there'll be a Continental flight on the day you want to fly.
Brian Taylor's third goal, 4-4 to 2-4 now. The Magpies by 12, and that is Robertson on the bench, just holding his thigh or hamstring area. And Malcolm Blackman had some news on that for us in just a few moments, but it's going to be a boundary throw-in, right half-forward flank for Collingwood. Shenko got a mile in the air. Not the well-directed shot that he wanted. Kerrison's hand pass equally badly directed. It comes out to Lamb. Up towards centre wing. Glendinning a long way from goal in front of Morwood, chasing kicks, and has one on left centre wing. His first kick for the day in front is Hutton. Got a good pair of hands, that fellow, I noticed. Now Ryan fires out the hand pass to Christian. He had 8 kicks in the first quarter, make it 10 for the game now. Badly directed one, that. The recipient is Miles. He fires the Eagles back into attack. Now towards half forward. Christian's there again, but it comes to McGuan. Collingwood defending desperately. Francisca. Gafer. Back at comes to McGuan again. Calling for it as Ryan. Badly directed, but it's okay. Brown takes the mark on centre ring.
That's a good kick. He assessed that one pretty well, Nick McGuan. And Brown has the ball to Mullane. Collingwood looking dangerous again now. This is Shaw on centre wing. The Eagles need to steady. Kick comes down towards left half forward. Great mark is taken by Wright. The draft choice from Tasmania. He's away. Goes looking for Taylor. Hasn't got the carry. Miles got a hand in there. This is Dacos twisting and turning. 50 metres out, Dacos uses it brilliantly to Hawke. Hawke can run from 50 metres out. Paul Hawke, a long kick. He's off target. And through it goes for a minor score. One census for the first time in this game. Collingwood tightening a hold on the West Coast Eagles. Let's go down to Melbourne.
Yes, Dennis, it would appear that David Robertson has a strained hamstring and really off this at this stage for precautionary measures only. Back to you.
Matt Ryan's got the ball, and this cue kicking in. And he can punish the Eagles here. Matthew Ryan started on the bench today. A talented youngster. 4-5 to 2-4. A chance to push it out to 19 points now. Ryan, shocking kick. Away to the left, minor score. No, it's out of bounds on the full in that left full forward pocket. So the Eagles continue to defend desperately.
It's not a minor, it's a minus, isn't it? Giving it away. So Collingwood doing things right at the moment. But misses could be costly. 4-5. Taylor kick 3-2 or 3-3, Don?
3-3.
3-3. A couple of those he should have got. We've had 5 so far. Rance was the flyer, but nobody comes down with it. Hawke, ultimately, you look for a hand pass. He's got it under Gaither. What's he doing down there? It's well smothered. That was by Rance. In the back, or a dive for Hawke. He helped it along, certainly. And Hawke with the free kick about 70 metres from goal. Couldn't score from there. Let's keep our eyes on Taylor in the goal square. Taylor leads to the pocket, then ducks back. Kick drops short anyway. Like ballet, Taylor over the top, couldn't do it. It's Turner. Near. Starcevic in pursuit. Lamb in front, knocked away by Barwick. Kerrison has the front position. It's out of bounds. Still right half forward flank to the Collingwood side, but about 65 metres from their goal. Collingwood kicking with the breeze in this quarter. It's going towards that right-hand pocket, which can make scoring difficult. Lamb, Kerrison in pursuit. Lamb had it and then dropped it. And boundary throw-in, says umpire Peter Cameron. Tackling of both sides today has been particularly good. A fine standard game. And over the top, Manson, knock on by Kerrison. Who's he got down there? The runner is Barwick. Nobody can pin him. Barwick at full speed. Not a great kick though. McKenna, who seems cool in a crisis. He gets it back to Miles, who gets offloaded by Wright. A good hip and shoulder bump. Banks knocked away by Turner, out of bounds.
The Collingwood players going a little bit hard on what the West Coast Eagles are at the moment, and could be indicative that they're just drawing away into the game.
A goal against the breeze would be handy for the Eagles. And it's going to be a free kick to Collingwood here against Ushenko. It'll be taken by Starcevic. A kick from 50 metres out across this breeze. This will be touch and go, but he can kick a football a long way, Craig Starcevic. Taking plenty of time with it. Kicks towards the square. Big pack into the air, off hands, right behind. One attempt, he misses. It bounces through. He didn't get his second.
You don't get it second at those, do you?
No. Thought for a moment he might. He was the only man in the vicinity, but it sat up, and as a result, an Eagles defender got back. So they concede a point. 4-6 Collingwood, 2-4 the Eagles. Just over 11 minutes remaining. Manson, too good for Ushenko, takes the mark on the outer side. Ungainly kicking style, centres the ball. Nobody knew where that was going. 1-on-4 contest favours the Eagles. This is Lamb, charged down brilliantly by Banks, who then proceeded to give it away. It's pulled across towards Brennan, who did well in a tight situation and ran the ball out of bounds.
Seats are hard to find today. Starcevic and Ushenko. Chance for Starcevic again. Boots it long. Taylor in the goal square. It's a wrestle with Scott. Oh, Taylor wins out. Will he go for a hand pass? He does. Kerrison should get this one. He has. He's put it through.
When you're hot, you're hot. Ryan Taylor is certainly hot at the moment. And Craig and Shane Kerrison kicking his goal. And he wouldn't have kicked too many in his career. He won the Coaches Award last year, usually the tagger of the side, and today he's got a tagging job, and he is picking up David Hart. Hence the fact that he is down in that forward line. Hart going down to block up for the West Coast Eagles, and Kerrison all by himself. Couldn't believe his luck as Taylor shot it across to him. And Brian Taylor, a real focal point.
Kerrison's first goal, Collingwood's fifth, and the Magpies lead by 20 points now in the second quarter. And there he is, that man again, Shane Kerrison, up towards half forward for the Collingwood side. Whistle has gone. It's a West Coast Eagles free kick. I didn't see what for. The man with the ball is Dean Turner.
Over the shoulder, I think.
Turner from 50-metre defence line, out towards centre wing, knocked away by Brown, towards Mullane, regains his composure well, gets it across to Ryan. Towards half forward it comes. Taylor out and down. Scott. Now it's McKenna on the bottom of that stack up. It's scooped out to right, onto his right foot. In the road though is Zanotti. He'll run again. Will he get caught? No, not this time, but it's not a well-directed kick. Oh, I thought Barwick might have almost gone off, but Lamb was quick to stand the mark. Barwick about 75 out.
There's Barwick. Centres the ball, intended, I think, for Mullane. Up he goes, Mullane. Couldn't hang on. Butters up again and again. Darren Mullane, the club champion of last year, deep in the pocket. Pulls it back across his body and misses to the near side. Deserved a goal. Inspirational stuff. 5-7-2-4. The West Coast Eagles riding out a storm here. Something's got to give this afternoon. One of these undefeated records will come to an end. This is Dean Turner, deep in the back pocket. Bear in mind, the Eagles kicked 10 goals in the opening term last Sunday against the Bears. Up in front was Brown. Collingwood got 10 against Richmond. This is a far different proposition. Gaper battling across half forward. Down he goes, and Zanotti emerges with the ball. Run down by Kerrison. Coming through his heart. He slips over. Bad luck. Dacos now an opportunity. Collingwood doing well. Dacos towards half forward. Fisted away from Starcevic by Miles. Barwick to Starcevic. Standing his ground was Hawke. Gets it across towards Mullane. Good shepherd by Starcevic. Mullane goal. Great play.
This is special country. And these days, it's easy to get to in vehicles like these. Nissan Navara 4x2 and 4x4. Navara drove all over Australia in the Nissan 600,000k Enduro and proved it can handle anything this country can dish out.
Don't forget to give it some hay, Jack.
Nissan, building the right trucks for Australia.
Most of the cars I repair are driven by responsible drivers who check their tyres, their brakes, but shock absorbers, out of sight, out of mind. Yet worn shock absorbers severely reduce brake performance, cornering, and road holding. So if your car's more than 3 years old, have a Munro dealer check yours now. Oh, and if you think we're using shock tactics to get you to check your shockers, you're absolutely right.
Gotta get away, gotta get away, gotta get away. Get away on a golden holiday. You can be pampered. Be adventurous. Be relaxed. Be different. Be on your way to a golden holiday. Gotta get away on a golden holiday. See your travel agent or contact Malaysia Airlines.
The imported European rail tyre on the right is rated to 180 kilometers per hour. So is the Olympic tyre on the left. The imported tyre is suitable for some BMW, Alfa and Mercedes. So is the Olympic tyre. The imported tyre has been designed for maximum wet weather performance. So has the Olympic tyre. The imported tyre costs about $95. The Olympic tyre costs about $80. Olympic tyres. Our prices are never inflated.
This Mother's Day, serve your mum the perfect gift and more from NEC. You could win a holiday for two at the Port Douglas Sheraton Mirage Resort, flying Australian Airlines, or one of 50 Corningware French white sets when you buy a microwave oven from the NEC range, with the latest in technology for speed and versatility. So put your mum on a pedestal with the perfect gift from NEC, available from these leading retail stores.
43 plays 16 now. 8 minutes and a bit left in the second quarter. Collingwood again through Barwick. Tapped it over past Brennan. Banks, 50 out. Well shepherded by Barwick. A chance to steady. Now he has another bounce. Gets around McKenna. You have to shoot now as Anir comes on the scene. One behind, I think. I'll wait on the goal umpire. So Collingwood bombarding the goals. Dennis said the Eagles riding out the storm. It's like a tornado. Take to 2-4. 4-16. Keane tries to fist it forward. No luck. Zanotti. No one making any headway. Eventually it's Brown's ball. Now it's the umpire. As Peter Cameron will bounce it inside 50 for Collingwood.
Rance at full back on Taylor, and Scott has been moved further up the ground.
You probably appreciate the room up there. Away by Starcevic. Zanotti off the ground. And Gafer takes an easy mark. Probably didn't expect it, but the kick off the ground could have gone anywhere. And there's Gafer got down there. Taylor he was looking for, but it wasn't a well-directed kick. Keane. Over to Rance. Is that deliberate? Yes, it is.
Not very subtle.
The free kick going Collingwood will be taken by Matthew Ryan.
Ryan, a good tackle there. He's in for free kick. Matt Ryan, not the best of kicks. If there is one weakness in his game, it is his kicking and his disposal.
It's not a distance out, about 40 to 45. It's got a cross goal, hit the behind post, and so that will make it out of bounds on the floor, and it will be a free kick to the West Coast Eagles in the back pocket.
6.5 minutes remaining in this half. Jeff Miles with the ball. Kicking across the breeze towards that outer side. Goes in short. Good kick. Finds Turner. Turner between the lines. To Rance. Rance around the outer side towards centre wing. Glendinning gets in front. His second kick goes down towards the half-forward flank. On the burst, O'Connell. Christian's left his man to come up. Oh! He knew he'd committed himself, and he committed himself again. Michael Christian peeled off from full back and crashed. He cannoned into O'Connell.
He bounced up. He's a bit sore, though.
What's this? Oh, full credit to both players. A lot of courage there. And O'Connell eyes only for the ball. This is Ryan. Breaks away from the back pocket towards Brown. Man outside him, in fact, two. Shaw. Collingwood again running the ball. Tony Shaw, Collingwood, make no mistake, after Rio in 1988. Shaw gets it across towards support. Krasiska. Gaither. Back to Krasiska. The Eagles staying off him. Krasiska, long kick down towards the man in from the side. Banks. When I say the man, that's Taylor. He's been the focal point on the forward line. This is Rance. He's claimed by Shaw. Great tackle. The ball is jarred free. Brennan's got it. And look at them harass and chase these Collingwood players now. Left one out again is Lamb. Lamb gets it across to Brennan. Brennan goes towards the outer side. Turner. And Turner's taken this mark.
Turner to the Eagles out of danger, at least for the moment. That moment won't be very long if Collingwood have got any say about it. Loose ball at centre field. Picked up for the Eagles by Renstead. Kerrison with the spoil. Yes, no. Comes down with the ball. Not a mark, surely. Game claiming that. Gaster back on the field. Oh, gets KO'd just about.
Well, they pumped up Collingwood.
Needless to say, it's a free kick. Oof. Manson over the top. Can't take the mark. Hart has his kick well smothered. Hawke. That's Hawke on the bottom. It is. The umpire says play on. Hawke was looking for a free kick. Hart comes out with the ball, snaps it high over his shoulder. Not quite there. Mischenko couldn't quite take the grab. Collingwood defending desperately down there, but it's going to be a free kick for in the back. Where's it go to Shaw? No, it's McGuan. Nick McGuan, who had 8 kicks in the first quarter. Hansen tried to knock it forward, couldn't do so. Dacos. Gets it back to Starcevic. To Krasiska it was, rather. Collingwood running in numbers out of defence. Here's Gaither, runs into numbers. Ross Glendinning claimed him pretty well. An untidy passage of play. And a free kick going Collingwood's way.
That was a big tap. And the Eagles, give them their due. They were great then, the Eagles. They really kept coming.
My word, and that's the first time they've shown a little bit of endeavour when they haven't got the ball.
Manson. Tony Shaw had a quiet first quarter, been much better in this stanza. Now to Banks. Long Hawk just inside. When you look for Ryan, he's on the run. He's gone to centre the ball, looking for Taylor. Rance with the spoil at the back, does it well. Barwick inside 50, shoots. The wind carries it. Will it get there? It does. It's a goal.
Well, Doug Barwick, as we know, is a very, very, very good kicker of the ball. Former Fitzroy half forward, who was leading the goal kicking in early part of last year, suffered a broken hand and carried that for the latter part of his career at Fitzroy last year. Got onto that ball. It was a high one, punched away there by Rance, and Barwick coming down. Good play. It's a high ball, hung in the air. I didn't think it'd make the distance, but it just snuck in.
Three minutes remaining in this first half, and Collingwood have been superb throughout it. Into the breeze initially, and now with the breeze, and they lead 7-8 to 2-4.
Eagles haven't scored this quarter.
Manson and Keane, one down by the ladder. Dacos sharks it towards half forward. Right. Nudged McKenna under the ball. The two youngsters, and Wright took the mark. So the Eagles in deep trouble.
I thought Wright just may have infringed there as he took the mark.
Graham Wright. That's a beautiful kick. Another one for Collingwood. Wright, 9 goals coming into this game. Takes his season's tally to 10. And Collingwood, to the delight of their legion of supporters, and one of the meccas of Australian rules football, are doing superbly now. 8-8 to 2-4.
An untidy looking footballer is Graham Wright, but a very, very effective one. He kicked 2 goals in his first game against Brisbane, 4 against Fitzroy, and 3 last week. He's registered his first goal, a forward pocket.
40 points the difference now. The Eagles in trouble. They haven't scored this quarter against the breeze. Hutton tries to go forward. Loose ball, falls at centre field. Dacos a chance to boot the Woods in again. Oh, great mark taken down there by Darren Malay. On the run, and he'll kick from about 45 metres out.
There's one thing about footy, John, when it comes unglued, it comes unglued very quickly.
My word, but the Collingwood fellows are more intent on the ball. You could see there, Malane just forced his big, strong body in front of Zanotti.
With the breeze behind him, Malane, 45 out, hooks it slightly, and the goal umpire says a goal!
A great quarter by Collingwood. The quarter-by-quarter scoreline telling it all. In that term, the Magpies booted 6 goals, 7, and against the breeze, the West Coast Eagles failed to score. Collingwood leading by 46 points at the main chain. Let's go back to Victoria Park now, and we check in on some highlights of the final 2 terms.
Lands on centre wing, shepherded by Oshenko. Into the forward line goes the kick. Glendinning couldn't hang on. Laidley behind, open goal. Dean Laidley gets it. The Eagles are coming back. Keane up. Kerrison couldn't hang on. Amir dives on top of it. Clever hand pass to Turner. Turner long down towards full forward. This could be a goal, Dean Turner. It is. Gavin Prasiska wants to play on. That was ambitious. Shaw sold into trouble. Shaw is hurt.
He's
really hurt.
Getting claimed as Malane. Jamie Turner's kick is likewise smothered. He'll get a short one in, up to Barwick, who gets offloaded by Big Oshenko, but he might have put it through for a goal. He has.
Banks to Manson. He's trying to draw a man. That was the reason why, to give it to Brown to Dacos. Now Dacos can run at the heart of this Eagles defence. Dacos is inside 50. Goal coming up for Collingwood. Great kick.
Great goal.
It's a floating kick. Big pack. Miles was up, waiting behind a chance for Wright. Deep in the pocket with him is Hawk. Wright. High kick. It's a floater across the goal face. It may be a goal.
It is.
That's the impossible goal with the breeze.
What a goal.
Gaper comes away. Gave it towards half forward. Any one of a number of Collingwood players could take it. Hawk to Dacos. Dacos intended for Ryan. Overrunning was Miles. Picked up by Starcevic. 4 seconds to go. Can they get a goal here? This is Brown. The siren may beat them. The ball's in the air.
It'll be a score.
It's a behind.
Just one of many happy Magpies tonight. Collingwood winning by 39 points after leading by 46 points at half-time. Major goal kickers for Collingwood. Barwick got 4 and Taylor 3. And for the West Coast Eagles, Glendinning 4 and O'Connell finished up with 2 goals. More action coming up shortly on Saturday Night Replay. We go out to VFL Park for some highlights of the game there between North and Footscray.
Tonight, the Golden Girls.
Except for the fact that I've only made love in one position, I've led a very full life.
And the girls are planning a surprise for Ma's birthday.
Hi, Ma, you having fun? No, give me my present.
Her sisters come all the way from Sicily.
Happy birthday? You call this old bag a present?
Saturday nights have never been funnier.
You're a two-lira tramp with cheap bridge work.
The Golden Girls plus Kate and Ally.
You put your dentures in upside down and chew your head off.
7:30 tonight on 7.
The new 1.8 Nissan Exa. Is it a Targa? Is it a coupe? Or is it a cabrio? Absolutely. The new 1.8 Nissan Exa. It's out of the ordinary and out of sight. Nissan know-how. Building the right cars for Australia.
Sugar. It's as natural as...
Hello, sunshine, nature shining through the sugar cane, bringing that great taste back again. Hello, sunshine.
Hello, sunshine.
A natural warmth shining through. Sugar's energy from the sun to you. Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine, you're a natural part of life. Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine, you're a natural part of life.
Sugar. It's as natural as sunshine.
Hello, sunshine.
We don't have to tell you that through the years there's been a heap of hits, and we got 18 of them on one mega album, Hits 1. Classic hits. Yes, sir, this one hits the spot. Hits 1. Don't record without it, right?
Everything's high technology. Doesn't matter what aircraft it is. Our job's to keep them flying.
You need a cleaning service. Do what I do. Use the Melbourne Big. It's much faster.
The Melbourne Big. The buying guide Melburnians are turning to.
Just on 15,000 fans went to VFL Park today to see North Melbourne take on Footscray. Dixie Marshall filed this report.
North Melbourne, with 3 losses from 3 attempts, hadn't been able to pull themselves together recently for love nor money. But today, early, Jason Love started to pay off. The first quarter seesawed after the initial Kanga bound. The Bulldogs found their feet. Cullen's hair, in particular, were first class. But then, again, all in the name of love, North Melbourne showed glimpses of real style. At the first change, just a point the difference. The second quarter marked the emergence of country kid John Longmire. The first gamer, put in the position of power at full forward, showed quickly he could surely mix it in the big league. And North soon discovered they had a dependable target. Footscray was being left behind in the flurry, but when they did get their act together, it was first rate. At the major break, North by 25 points. Jimmy Cracker shifted he and his team into top gear early in the third term, running riot. Towards the end of the quarter, the Dogs regained some composure, but every goal was an effort. Ford pushed this one through, but it wasn't made easy. 31 points the difference with a quarter to go. Now, with almost a foregone conclusion, the match became merely a display of technique, and Peter Foster was showing off in style. Clarkson, too, was strutting his stuff. Today, he was really on top of things. John Longmire too remained on top of things despite some roughing up. He finished his debut day on a high, so too the Kangas, winners by 38 points.
And North Melbourne now in 11th place on the ladder after that win at VFL Park, but the 5, Collingwood, Melbourne and Carlton, followed by the West Coast Eagles and Hawthorn, making up the 5 from Footscray on 8 points, and then follows St Kilda, Geelong, the Sydney Swans, Fitzroy, North Melbourne, Essendon, Richmond and Brisbane. Leading goal kickers after today's matches, Jason Dunster with Hawthorn on top with 21. He got 4 today, as did Ross Glendinning and Simon Beasley from Linda, Owen, Kappa and also Hunter. If you're having a bet on the football today, it turned out like this. Melbourne, $3.25, selection 5, North Melbourne selection 4, $5, Hawthorn selection 2, $5.90 and Collingwood selection 4, $8.75. And the footy double, Hawthorn and Collingwood selections 2 and 4 respectively, $103.80. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, live from Sydney, the Sydney Swans take on Carlton. And of course, don't forget Monday, the matches to complete the round, St Kilda, Essendon and Richmond and Geelong. We'll be there Monday at 9:30 for a special edition of our replay. Hope you can join us. And of course, don't forget the big one tomorrow, live from Sydney.